Having a bad moment, having a bad 2 minutes, a bad 1 hour doesn't mean that the rest 24 hours has to be bad. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time of being here, you're super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel, we talk about topics, tips and tricks that would help us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you're interested in topics like that, then stick around. Let's get into today's video. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Today we're going to be looking at, I know it's already the second half of the year and we're a few days, almost a month into it, but I think that it is still something that we need to talk about, and we're going to be looking at a few things that you need to remind yourself of in the second half of the year. Without further delay, let's get into it. Yes, so I know we already started, but just a kind of way to just help you to stay focused the second half of the year and to not lose yourself. The first thing I'm going to say you need to hold on to in this second half of the year is that you don't want to lose sight of what makes you happy. So it's the second half of the year. The pressure is already there. The pressure is getting worse. And I know because I am feeling the pressure too. But it is a period for you to not just look at, oh, what are the things that I should be doing? What are the things that I haven't done? What are the things that I need to do, that I set my goals and all of these things that I plan to do and I haven't done? How can I get to them faster? All of this is good for you to think about. But in thinking about it, you don't want to lose sight of what makes you happy, because if you are not happy going through the rest of the year, it's going to be difficult for you to actually achieve the things that you need to achieve. So as much as you have goals, dreams, visions that you want to hit, that you want to meet, the moment you lose sight of what makes you happy, what gives you joy, what gives you a form of satisfaction or a kind of satisfaction, then you begin to work on autopilot, and working on autopilot is not always helpful. What that causes is that you get to a point where you are tired all the time, you're exhausted, you are burnt out, and you're almost getting to the point of depression. Now, we do not want that in the second half of the year, because the second half of the year is a time for you to still win, and that's what we plan to do. So don't lose sight of the things that makes you happy. You want to hold on to, as minute as they are. And when I say happy, I'm not talking about extravagant, expensive things. It could just be you having a quiet morning once a week. It could be you going for a walk, just seeing different beautiful things that you haven't seen, reading a book. If you used to be excited about reading new books, then maybe you want to remind yourself to read books every time or as often as you can, so that you're not losing sight of the things that makes you excited. If it is also watching movies at the end of the day, then do that too. You don't want to lose sight because you want to then be extremely busy, because you're now suddenly reminded that you have a goal that you need to hit. You want to make sure that you remind yourself of the things that makes you happy, the things that makes you excited, the things that makes you look forward to the day or look forward to doing something, spending time with friends, hanging out with some of your friends, speaking to your family and all of that. Do not get so consumed with wanting to achieve 1,001 things that you forget to do these things that may seem small or minute or even irrelevant to you, to the point that you just forget all of these things. It doesn't help. I know that at the back of your mind you're thinking, this is going to help me to do better, this is going to help me to be more focused, but in the what? Thinking about it in the whole view, or just even in the actual sense. Wow, actual sense. In the actual sense, it doesn't do what you expect it to do. You lose yourself, and losing yourself doesn't help you. Number two thing that you need to look out for, you need to remind yourself of in the second half of the year, is sacrifices. You need to make sacrifices. I talked about this in one of my videos. I'm going to have a link here, but you want to make sure that you are aware that the goal and the dream and the vision, the things that you want to achieve by the end of the second half of the year, you are going to make sacrifices for them. You are going to have to give something to get those things that you want to get. And I've said this a couple of times, that as we grow older, looking at the things, that the responsibilities that we have, we are still going to only have 24 hours to do all the things that we need to do. Unfortunately or fortunately, the things that you need to do growing up get more and more and more. So you have 24 hours to still do a lot of things that a 5-year-old has to do, whatever it is that they want to do. So because of that, then you know that you're going to have to sacrifice some things for some things. You're not going to be able to always be lazy. You're not going to be able to always just watch a movie, sit down. Your weekends are not always going to be lazy weekends or partying weekends or anything. If you have a goal that you want to work with, a goal that you want to achieve, there are going to be times where you have to sacrifice things that you want to do leisurely for things that matters to you. One of the things that I have realized when it comes to this sacrificing thing is that a lot of us just assume that when you get to a point of wanting to sacrifice, it means that you're working towards living a hard life, or that you're just not a person that loves the good life or anything. And it's a poor mindset to have, because when you are intentional, or when you're conscious of the fact that you're going to have to give something to get something, then you're working towards being a better version, working towards being a healthier version, a version of you that you're going to be happy about in the next few months, weeks, years. You are just going to be a better person. For example, you want to be a fit person, you want to be more healthy. You're going to have to give up junks that you love to eat for eating healthy food, or going for a run, or going for exercise. You're going to have to wake up earlier than you would because you want to go to the gym, or you're going to have to go to bed later than you would because you want to go to the gym. You're going to have to eat more healthy food. You're going to cut out of coke and all of those things that you want to cut out on. If you want to be a more financially independent person, if you want to be better with your finances, then it means that instead of getting that nice bag that you walked past in the store, you're going to stay away from the bag and put the money into an investment or a savings account, or something that you know you're going to be able to get a reward from it. So sacrificing doesn't always mean that you're going to stress yourself or make yourself feel exhausted all the time because it's a physical sacrifice. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's you sacrificing what you eat for eating something else. Sometimes it is you sacrificing what you spend your money on, the things that you spend your time on, and all of that. It doesn't have to always make you feel depressed or feel down or feel exhausted. It is also for you to know that this sacrifice is going to yield a result. You're not sacrificing in vain. You're not sacrificing just because, but there is a reason for it, and the reason is going to be seen in the next few time that you're going to see it. So this second half of the year, you need to know that you're going to have to sacrifice some things to get some of the things that you want to get. And that's fine, because you're going to still see the result or the reward of the sacrifice that you made. Number 3, don't let a bad action or a bad moment in a day destroy or spoil the rest of the day. So a lot of times you will walk past people, you would have conversations with people, and they tell you that they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and that is the reason why they have a crappy day. Some people would even go ahead to tell you that they're having a bad day. When you now ask them further, when you probe further into what is making the day a bad day, you realize that it is something that happened in 2 minutes or less that has made the day a bad day. Having a bad moment, having a bad 2 minutes, a bad 1 hour doesn't mean that the rest 24 hours has to be bad. It doesn't have to be bad. You need to be able to separate your moment from the rest of the day, because when you allow the 2 minutes bad action to then cause a ripple effect in the rest of the day, you end up wasting 24 hours for something that you could have dealt with in under 2 minutes. So do not let one bad action, one bad decision lead you to spoiling the rest of the day. So an example would be you set your alarm to wake you up by 6 a.m. Let's go with 6 a.m. in the morning. And for some reason, you hit the snooze button and you did not even realize. And by the time you would finally get out of bed, it's now 7 a.m. Now, this action can lead you to make 2 different decisions. Number 1 is that because you then woke up an hour late, you're so grumpy and tired, and you then decide to just waste the rest of the day because you woke up an hour late. Another approach to this is that you actually then get up and want to make up for the time that you have wasted, or the time that you have then let go by you because you woke up an hour later. The fact that you woke up late doesn't mean that the rest of the day needs to go bad. You woke up late, that's fine, that's done. That's 1 hour out of 24 hours that you have used. What are you going to do with the rest of the 13, 14 hours that you have left in the day? Do you want to then spoil the rest of the day because you woke up late? It's also when you have made a bad action. Say you made a mistake in a contract that you're working on, and you made that mistake, everybody already sees that there is nothing that you can do about it. Because of that contract, you then want to spoil the rest of the day and all of the other tasks or assignments that you have because you have made a mistake in one contract. If it's not something that can be fixed in that day, you need to get to a point where you can isolate that action. And saying this, I'm also talking to myself, because it's something that I've had to constantly remind myself to do, that you need to learn to isolate your bad moments, your bad minutes, your bad seconds, and not let it spoil the rest of the day. So you made a bad action, that's fine. Deal with it in the at most 30 minutes. Be done thinking about your bad action or your bad decision and get back to making the rest of the day what it should be. And the fourth thing I'm going to say you need to do is you want to be intentional about living a life of gratitude. Now, I realize how difficult this can be for some people, but you need to get to a point where you realize that a lot of the things that you're privileged to have, some people do not have it. And just having this thought at the back of your mind should make you conscious of the fact that you need to be more grateful for the things that you have and the things that you take for granted. One of the things that always brings this perspective to me is when I have to make a decision on what to wear. And I always have to think of, what do I want to wear? I tell you all the time that when I want to go out or I have to go to church or anything, I make sure that I pick out my outfit the night before so that I'm not overwhelmed with what I want to wear. Now, saying that on surface level may just seem like, oh, because I'm bad with decision making when it comes to clothes. But my dad always reminds me when I say that at home that it's because you have options. That's why you're able to do it. Some people do not have options. They only have 3 outfits. And when they have 3 outfits, best believe that the outfits they wore on the first Sunday is what they're going to wear on the last Sunday of a particular month. So just having that makes it clearer to me that I need to be more grateful for the things that I have and the things that I am privileged to even have. As much as it is not as glamorous as you expect it to be, you should know that where you are right now is what somebody is looking at as the best for them. And so knowing that should make you intentional about being a grateful person. You need to be a grateful person. You need to live a life of gratitude and be intentional about it as well. Living a grateful life, or living a lifestyle of gratitude, makes you a positive person because you are always looking for things that makes you grateful. So you see the sun out, you thank God for the sun being out because the night is done and now it's a new day. You see rain, you are happy that it is raining because you know that this is the show of new beginnings, or how do we say it? You just are able to find reasons to thank God for something that happens at different times and at different seasons. It makes you a positive person because if you're focused on finding only positive things, it is difficult for your mind to stay on negative things. And when you stay on positive things, you are a positive person, and the Holy Spirit likes to dwell in a positive person. Number 5 is that you want to create routines. So yes, it's the second half of the year and you have gone through one half of the year without routines. How's that working out for you? How is it? Anyways, you want to make sure that you have routines that helps you to be consistent with the things that you want to do and also helps you to achieve more with the time that you have. I love to use routines, not because I'm a boring person. I may be a boring person, but using routines helps me to just put a lot of things that I don't have to be thinking of to be already sorted out. So I meal prep not because I want to just cook every time once in a particular period, but because I know myself and I know that if there is no food in the house, chances are I'm not going to be eating properly. I'm going to be eating a lot of rubbish that I shouldn't be eating. I then meal prep because it also reduces how much time I have to think on what I want to eat per day, every night, every dinner, or for breakfast or anything. Meal prep helps me to do that. Planning my day helps me to know exactly what I need to do. So for example, by the time I'm recording this video, by the time I'm recording all of these videos that I am recording today, it's because it's already scheduled in my planner that I need to record these videos today by the particular time that it is. And so I don't have to think, when do I have to record this video? And when do I need to edit this video? Because it's already planned. It's part of my routine. On a particular day, every 2 weeks, I have to sit down and record videos. On a particular day, every week, I have to edit my videos and schedule them so that they go out. Routines helps you to stay on track. They help you to use your time better. And in the second half of the year, we need to be using our time better. So routines reduces the stress of anything that you're going to do. I want to say by 80%, and for some people, it's 100%. 80% for me because the 20% I just want to be naughty and just use the time the way I want to use it. Don't be like Tobi. Be better and make sure that you're using your routines in the right way. But yeah, routines help you to be a better manager of the time that you have. And in the next half of the year, or in this second half of the year, apologies. In this second half of the year, what you need to be doing is using your time better. So these are 5 things that you need to hold on to the second half of the year. You need to remind yourself of these things to make sure that the second half of the year is a winning season for you. I hope that this video helped you in ways that I wanted to help you, and it helps you to be a better person in the second half of the year. Please do not forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share with as many people as you can. Leave a comment in the comment section for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time, bye.